Today I'm going to show you how to use the modal verb need, and it forms needn't and needn't have. We're going to start with need, then needn't, and then needn't have. So let's start with need. Okay, need actually means a semi-modal verb. This means it can be used as an ordinary verb or as a modal verb. Okay, as an ordinary verb, for example, you can say, I need some money. Okay, I need some money. Here, need is acting as the ordinary verb. All right, but as a modal verb, it means we're going to have a main verb in the sentence. Okay, for example, I need to go to school. In this sentence, need is acting as a modal verb because we have the main verb here, all right, in the infinitive form, which is to go. All right. Now, need here is a modal verb. Let's look at when you need to use need in a sentence. So, number one is we use need to talk about things we must do. All right, we use need to talk about things we must do. And this is the structure. When you want to use need to talk about things you must do, this is the structure. Need, okay, plus to infinitive. That's the to infinitive verb. Need plus to infinitive verb form, okay? Now, you can see these examples, okay? This is the structure played out here in these examples. Number one, I need to go to the dentist. I need to go. So you can see now that we have need, okay, plus the to infinitive. I need to go to the dentist. Number two, we need to buy more food. So you can see need, all right, plus the to infinitive, to buy, to go, more food. And number three is when we are talking about the third person singular. So when we have the third person singular, okay, we're gonna add s. Okay, so we have needs. Rob needs to find. Rob needs to find a new flat. So we have to add the s here because we are using the third person singular. Okay, and we also have meet needs, so also the third person singular, meet needs to be kept in the fridge. Okay, meat needs to be kept in the fridge. You can say it needs, he needs, okay, the third person singular. All right, so let's go over to number two. So number two, we use need, okay, to make negative sentences and questions by adding the auxiliary verb do. Okay, we use need to make negative sentences, all right, or questions, okay, by using the auxiliary verb do. So we can use the various forms of the auxiliary verb do, all right. For example, we have here number one, all right, number one, you don't need to dress up for the party. So we can see here we have don't, need to. Okay, still retains the principle or the structure. Okay, need plus to dress up. Okay, to dress up. There's a phrasal verb. Don't need to dress up. Okay, for the party. Number two, okay, is the house doesn't need to be painted until spring. So we can see here, doesn't need to be painted, right? So the principle is there, need to plus infinitive form of the verb. Now, but we added the auxiliary verb do, all right? So this is the verb form, doesn't, okay, need to, that's a negative verb and a negative sentence, okay? Don't, that's a negative sentence, okay? Number three, Jane didn't need to hurry. Of course, we can see there's a negative form here, okay, of the verb, of the auxiliary verb, do, and we have the need, and we also have to infinitive, to hurry, all right? All right. So Jane didn't need to hurry. All right. Let me give you more examples. Okay. So now we can see number 4 and number 5 are questions. Okay. From number 1 to 3, those are negative sentences. All right. But from number 4 to 5, these are questions. All right. So number 4 is, what time do you need to go? So we can see here that we have do, form of the verb. You need to go. What time do you need to go? So you can see need to go. Okay. What time do you need to go? All right. So we see here, how much wool did you need to knit? Did, the verb form, need to infinitive. Okay. I hope that's clear. Remember the structure. To infinitive, knit, to go. Okay, but these are questions. Okay, so you can see the question mark. These are questions from number 4 to 5. But from number 1 to 3, okay, those are negative sentences. All right, using the auxiliary verb do. All right. Okay, now let's continue. All right, let's continue. Let's see when you need to use need in a sentence. Let's go to number 3. Okay, so number 3, okay, when do we use need? Number 3 is we use need to talk about things we must get. Okay, you use need to talk about things you must get. For example, we need money for a new car. So you can see here we have need money, things you must get. So you have need money for a new car. All right, so here need is acting as the ordinary verb. Okay, or as the main verb in this sentence. Okay, we need money for a new car. All right. Number 2, she didn't need hospital treatment, so she didn't need hospital treatment. Okay, all right. Now in this situation, we didn't have the to infinitive form, right? We didn't have the need, right, plus the to infinitive. Okay. So in this situation, need is acting as the ordinary verb in these sentences. Okay, I hope that's clear. All right, so let's continue. Okay, so number 3, do you need more milk? So you can see, do you need more milk? Do you need more milk? So need can be used to talk about things we must get. All right, things we must get. So let's go over to needn't. Let's see how you can use needn't, okay, in a sentence. Okay, so we have needn't, okay, so when do you use needn't? We use needn't to express things we do not need, okay? Remember I said we use need to talk about things we need, but we use needn't, all right, which is the negative form of need, to talk about things we do not need. All right, so this is the structure for the sentence. The structure is very easy. Needn't plus the infinitive form of the verb, all right, without to. So, when we talked about need, we said need is need plus to infinitive form of the verb, right? But when we're talking about needn't, we don't use to, all right? So you don't use to. Okay, now needn't plus the infinitive form of the verb without to. For example, you needn't worry about Tom. Now, you don't have to say, if you say you needn't to worry, that's going to be incorrect because this is the structure. Needn't without the infinitive form of the verb worry. Okay, you needn't worry about Tom means you don't need to worry. You don't need Tom. Okay. Number 2, Sean needn't explain anything. So you don't have to add to. That's going to be incorrect. So you don't have to say Sean needn't to explain. No, the principle is needn't plus the infinitive form of the verb without to. Okay. Sean needn't explain anything. And number 3, losing your job needn't be such a problem. Losing your job needn't be such. So the verb to be, right? Be, the verb be, needn't be such. I didn't say needn't to be such, okay? Because if you add to, it goes against the principle or the structure, okay? Needn't plus direct infinitive without the to, okay? Needn't be such a problem. Now, when we have a situation okay, in which you don't have to use needn't. I'm going to be showing you, okay, where you can't use needn't in a sentence. All right, now let's look at the principle, or let's look at the sentence, okay? So we can't use needn't, okay, with an object. You have to take note of that. You can't use needn't with an object, okay? But you can say don't need or doesn't need, but you can't use needn't with an object. Let's look at these examples. Number one, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Now, this is correct, okay? If you say, I don't need your help, that's correct. Because you can use don't need, okay, in this situation. I don't need your help. But you can't say, I needn't your help. That's incorrect. Because you can't use needn't with an object. The object here is your and help, okay? Your and help, all right? I needn't your help, okay? But you can't actually use needn't with the direct object, okay? Or an indirect object, okay? Now, number two, our garden doesn't need much work. This is correct because you can use doesn't need or don't need. So this is correct. But you can't use needn't with an object, okay? So it's not going to be correct to say our garden needn't much work. Okay, you can't use needn't with an object. So you should say our garden doesn't need much work, not our garden needn't much work. All right, so this is an exception, okay, for needn't. All right, okay, so let's look at needn't have. When do you use needn't have in a sentence? Right, so we use needn't have to talk about something that was done but was not necessary. When you do something and it wasn't necessary, you can use needn't have, okay? The structure is needn't have plus the past participle. Needn't have plus the past participle. This is the principle that you have to use whenever you want to use needn't have in a sentence, okay? All right, so number one, I needn't have worried. So you can see here the principle, needn't have plus the past participle, worried. I needn't have worried, okay, about the job interview. All right, you needn't have, okay, plus the past participle, told. You needn't have told Rob the news. You needn't have told Rob the news. And the last sentence, you needn't have, plus the past participle, bought more food. You needn't have bought more food, okay? You needn't have worried means you actually, it wasn't necessary, okay? Okay, it wasn't necessary. You needn't have told, all right? You told Rob, right? But it wasn't necessary. So you needn't have told Rob. So you can see we use the past participle, not you didn't have tell Rob, not you didn't have worry, not you didn't have buy more food. No, you use the past participle, worried, told, bought. Okay, I hope this is clear. So you use needn't have to talk about something that was done in the past, all right, or something that was done but wasn't necessary, all right? I hope this is clear. Now you can now make sentences with need, needn't, and needn't have, all right? I hope this is clear, okay? If you have any questions, please drop your question in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video. See you soon.